scored a pair of goals last week over New York. He's 5'10", 180. Please welcome number 3, Paulie Dinkins. A 7-year vet from Johns Hopkins in Baltimore. One of the Wings assistant captains and member of Team USA. Number 6, Brian Volker. From Villanova, a 5-year attackman out of Baltimore, Pennsylvania. He recorded 4 points against the Buffalo Bandits on opening night. 6'2", 190. Number 5, Paul O'Grady. Our captain, playing in his 96th professional lacrosse game, a 10-year vet from Vermont and Havertown. He's 6'1", 195. Number 8, Scotty Galloway. An 8-year vet from Ohio Wesleyan and Philadelphia. The Wings' second all-time assist leader and also currently 4th in the National Lacrosse League. 6'2", 190. Get ready. Number 11, Kevin Finneran. From Villanova, a 6-year captain. 6'175 from New York City. Number 14, Jimmy Rogers. A 3-year attackman, tied 2nd in the league this year in assists. ACC's 1995 Player of the Year from Duke, number 18, Matt Oglesby. From Dartmouth, a 7-year vet forward at 5'8", 165, picked up 2 assists over Buffalo. Number 20, Batesy, Chris Bates. At center, the tallest player in the National Lacrosse League. He's 6'5", 220 from Johns Hopkins. Number 24, Peter Ditka. From British Columbia, an 8-year vet goalie. Your favorite wing, all-pro, all-world, all-everything. Number 35, Dallas Elliott. A new star on the Wings horizon. He scored 3 goals last week against the Saints. A rookie forward from Penn State in Morton, Pennsylvania. He's 5'6", 155. Number 44, Mike Busta. A 5-year vet from Syracuse. This wing scored more points last season than any player on the current roster. He leads the Wings in scoring this season. Number 42, Tommy Hollywood Marichak. Up next, a 5-year vet from Radford, 6', 195. The Wing, all-time penalty minutes leader. He's loud, he's crazy. He's number 44, Steve Gullis. Everyone knows Philadelphia has many sports legends, including famous Eagle linebacker Bill Berkey. Tonight, we want you to meet a Wings legend in the making, a rookie from South Florida State, 6', 205, number 66, Jim Berkey. A 2nd-year forward from Virginia and Rosemont, Pennsylvania. 6'1", 190. How about a hand for number 91, Greg Trainer? And finally, a 7-year vet, Wings assistant captain and member of Team USA, scored the winning goal against Buffalo. 6'2", 165 from Hobart, number 99, Billy Miller. The pilot for flight 1998 this year, head coach Tony Resch. Co-pilots are 2 Wings vets, Gary Mark and John Hudson. Trainers Milsey, equipment Mark Rockman, coach's assistant Peter Tyson. The doctors, Dr. Larry Miller, Dr. David Rubenstein. On behalf of the Wings player staff, owner Russ Klein, and the Core State Center, welcome aboard.
A rousing way to welcome this crowd to the Core State Center. Lee Velsmo, Larry Rosen set for National Lacrosse League action. Largest cheer, as you would expect, for Dallas Elliott. Largest boo, as you would expect, for Gary Gait making his return. Behind the bench for Philadelphia, a longtime defenseman, Tony Resch, who knows he's got the best keeper in the league and will build out from there. On the opposite bench, a Philadelphia legend who has gone south to Baltimore as well. His name is
assistant fly number 9, Chris Flynn. Time in the wing goal, 2:43. Ladies and gentlemen, please refrain from throwing things on the playing surface. You will be ejected if caught. Please refrain from throwing items on the playing surface. Thank you.
The Australian.
Fast break.
Burn. Nice save by Elliott.
Elliott smelled that fast break coming.
Panetta to Gabrielson. His shot. Score. It went back and forth, and finally to the back of the net.
You can't beat a good fast break. Watch it come in. Elliott smelled the fast break. He knew the guy was coming out. He sensed it. Watch Panetta. He looks upfield, spots the man coming out of the box, and there you go. Gabrielson, team captain, a good step on the defender and just nails the corner. One more look. Gabrielson checks the defender, and he just comes in flush with the goalie and then finds his point. The goalie's not going to move right or left very much, so Scott comes in. He has the goalie frozen. He picks his target, and then he's got to hit it.
So now the Wings down by 2, trying to come back. Gabrielson.
Every ground ball we need. Play smart, play control, play aggressively every facet of the game.
In an 8-game season, off to an 0-2 start, the Wings, just 2 years removed from winning the Indoor League Championship, faced a critical test.
Get up right now! Here we go. Wings on 3. 1, 2, 3. Wing!
But the Wings started slowly and trailed the New York Saints 5-3 at the half. The Wings were bloodied, bandaged, but unbowed.
We're 30 minutes away from being done.
These guys are in our building, and they're up on us in a game that means our entire season.
Top right, top right. Help. Shot, break.
Goalie Dallas Elliott, wearing a Channel 29 microphone, sparked a comeback. Elliott was voted the game's MVP with 49 saves. But here, New York with another goal. And eventually, the Saints would stretch the lead to 7-3.
Come on, guys, we gotta talk. What do you got? What do you got?
Trailing 8-4 after 3 periods, the Wings' comeback began with Elliott making a save and assisting on the Ricky Freed goal. John Tucker tied it at 8 with 52 seconds left. But New York won it in dramatic fashion, only 28 seconds left when Bob Cummings got the gamer.
He was backing in on our defender, turned around and shot off the screen. It was a good shot, I guess. I'll have to wait and see it on the replay. It's tough to defend against when you've got guys running in front of you, but I guess the key is to try and be focused every minute of that game.
Often is it that you don't even see the ball until it's by you, if it gets by you?
That's the excuse I use anyways. Yeah, that happens quite often. With a team like New York, they've got a lot of movement in front of the net, and it's hard to pick off that ball.
Down.
And the Wings are 0-3. Bill Perry, Sports Sunday, the 10 o'clock news.
Coming up.
You want to get the momentum right now from the get-go and then cruise from there.
Kept out of the playoffs. Let's go to the opening face-off. You've got Philadelphia in the gray and black, the Blazers in the white with the green trim. hustle off the opening faceoff as Gabrielson controls and brings it up past Millen. Tommy Marechek to the wing. And this is Bates coming behind. Bates all-pro last year for Charlotte. Tough defense inside, but snuffed there by O'Neal. O'Neal's had a pretty steady year, always counting on for tough defense for the Blazers. Look at the fast break. Here comes Tony Millen. Wheels inside and just misses off the iron. Now paying homage to Gary Gait in the offense for Philly, but right now it's Boston with the ball. Parmean, Rockets, and he's got roped the first goal of the game for Tom Parmean. 4-1 to nothing. That was a power play goal. Now, 40 seconds later, here comes Finneran. Looking for help inside, pick and roll against Millen. Here's Mueller. Mueller wide open. Both players play defense on the Finneran pick and roll. Mueller wide open. Ties the game at 1. Brad loves it as we move on to the first quarter. Blanchard can't get the shot. Here he takes a whiff. The ball comes loose. Here comes the Philadelphia Wings. Gary Gait, one-on-one. Gait, O'Neal. He's got goal number 2. The Wings take a 1-goal lead. Still in the first quarter. O'Neal stunned by the fast break. Big MVP Gary Gait right in his face. Again, Philadelphia coming down. This is Gait, Marechek. Watch the combination. Gait sweeps. The left-hander goes to his right now, wheels back. So tough against 2 players. Marechek against Tapp and O'Neal. Marechek makes it a 3-1 game. O'Neal has had pressure right in his face since the opening faceoff. After Boston's 1-0 lead, Philadelphia scores 3 in a row, and it's a new system that's really working for them. They're using a defensive line. These guys, Miller and company, scored out the defensive door, but then that allows Gait and Marechek and all the offensive thunder to stay on the offensive end. Gait and Marechek have been on the more of a fast break mode to get the last 2 goals. The defensive line is working for Philadelphia. And of course, defense, period, has been the trademark of this team. Let's watch as we pick up action again in the first quarter. Right down on Elliott, and they can't get it. Wilfong, right on Elliott, he makes a sensational save. Chris Flynn, the All-American for Penn, comes down, crowd favorite, big juke move in front, and he's got goal number 4. What a great move by Chris Flynn. Frazier can't believe it. O'Neal was stunned as that one came in low. Takes a breather on the pipes, but that makes it a 4-1 game. Gary Gait now setting up the offense for the Wings. Big roll for Philly as he gets goal number 5, Gates' second goal. Look at O'Neal. Can't believe it again. Take a look at the move by Gary Gait. Drives into the left on Tapp. Once he gets his shoulders inside, so tough to play one-on-one. Chopper. Philly leads 5-1 at the end of the first quarter.
Big hand for Chopper, a big hand for
Need a little crunch to go with those cornflakes on Saturday morning? If you love all the hard-hitting, high-scoring action of the Major Indoor Lacrosse League, find out what's happening inside the MILL each week by tuning into the Mille-Lacs Attack every Saturday morning at 9:30 a.m. on ESPN2. Leif Elsmo and Quinn Kesenick will give you all you need to know about your favorite team with highlights, plus special features and previews of upcoming games. The Mille-Lacs Attack, Saturday mornings at 9:30 on ESPN2. Brought to you by Bud Light. Indoors, intense, and in your face. If you crave action that's indoors, intense, and in your face, if you live in a Major Indoor Lacrosse League city, what are you waiting for? Get tickets now to your team's next exciting home game at an arena near you. We'll sell you the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge.
Philadelphia used 5 straight goals to give them the 5-1 lead here at the Core State Center against the Boston Blazers. We go to quarter number 2. The faceoff, Jacobs for the Wings against Rodney Tapp, number 38 for the Blazers. Controlled by the Wings. McAvoy brings it up and gives it to Bates. Here's Gary Gait. Controlling down, low back door on O'Neal. He's got rope. That's goal number 6, a 6-1 game, 5-goal lead for Philly. Elliott has been sensational. He was sick last week, looking for a big game tonight to keep his team back in winning form. Look at the save there by Elliott. First team All-Pro. Tom Ryan now tests him. Elliott again with the big save. Edel can't finish him off. Another fast break. This time right in his face, and he sweeps it away. Elliott on top of his game in Philadelphia. Blanchard and Frazier frustrated. The two big guns for the Boston Blazers cannot beat Dallas Elliott. Finally, on the offensive end, Tommy Carmine looks up, aims, and he finds the corner. Now, Philadelphia 7, Carmine 2 in the second quarter. Elliott still pretty comfortable. Watch again the accuracy. Carmine just rips rope right in the corner over the shoulder. Tremendous accuracy, finally beating Dallas Elliott. On the other end, big save by O'Neal. He has to tighten up to keep his team in this game. Bates working down low to Finneran. And the rocket from up top. Again, a big save by O'Neal, who's getting tougher by the minute. Donovan. Blazers looking to push the tempo. Blanchard. And again, swept back by Elliott. Wing sitting up in the offensive end and a big arm save. Crowd loves it. Philadelphia with a big lead, 7-2 at this point, second quarter. Brian Vogel, defensive specialist, brings it up to the offensive end. He'll get off the field as soon as he can. There he goes. The guns are on. Philadelphia playing an offensive-defensive scheme. Fresh players for Gate. He gets inside, squares up. He's got another goal. Gary Gate taking control, 8-2 to score. Gate, so quick, so strong. Watch him get the shoulders. Once he gets inside with the shoulders, it's all over. He beats Stevens inside and then takes the near pipe on O'Neal. Blanchard and Ryan score to make it 8-4 at this point as we continue on in the second quarter. It would be Gary Gay controlling it. Look at him get inside, this time on Rodney Tapp. Oh, he tries to sweep it around with the right hand, the natural lefty. Watch this tremendous athletic ability. Wraps it around the shoulder with one hand. Resch loves the offensive action with Gary Gate, Marechek, and company. Power play opportunity, 5-on-4. Finneran can't handle. Big possession still held. Now Finneran looking back to her again. In tight, it's Gary Gate. Big duck move. He comes right into the face of Bona. Bona's hurt. Gary Gate came right into his face. Makes it a 9-4 game. Watch here how he gets right in on Bona. Bona tied up in knots on the fakes. Looked like he hurt his right knee. Watch this. Inside, real close, in his face. Bona absolutely just tied in knots with the two big fakes by Gary Gate. Bona is hurt. Right knee injury. That's how the half would end. 9-4, 5 goals by Gary Gate.
Rules and Tools, brought to you by Old Spice.
Rules and Tools today, we'll talk about equipment. I'm with Billy Miller, one of the toughest guys in the Philadelphia Wings, but Billy, at about 6'1", is only about 163 pounds. So, Bill, you get racked a lot. The equipment's lightweight, but very protective, starting at the shoulders.
It's exactly that. It's lightweight. You can move a lot, plenty of room, plenty of mobility, but it gives us a lot of protection. A lot of folks bring them all the way down across the arm with the shoulder pads for the indoor. Then we have a rib protector that's light on the inside, then on the outside have a nice strong plastic feel, so when you get racked from behind or cross-checking the side of the ribs, you can take the shot.
Also, you see right down all the way through your elbow, down across your forearm. Of course, the protection for the L33 Brine glove starts here, comes right down over your hand, and the glove's very well protected. Some guys cut the palms out, but you've got a lot of flexibility inside that protection.
All this equipment can move and react to my moves underneath the equipment, but still gives us a lot of protection on the outside.
And don't kid yourself, these guys wear Play-Em armor because they are tough. Well, the score is 9-4 at halftime from the Core State Center. Quinn Kesnick had a chance to go around behind the scenes and take a look at the great Philly fans.
Quinn Kesnick at the Core State Center. we're going to take a look at one of the unique relationships in sports. That's between the Philadelphia Wings and their loyal fans.
We've been averaging for the past, I guess, 10, 11 years here in Philadelphia, about 15, 16,000 fans. And to have 15 to 16,000 fans in your home arena rooting for you and screaming and yelling for you, there's no better feeling. It literally can make the hair in the back of your neck stand up. We've got a very loyal following. It's a niche following. It's almost cult-like. And you do run into people through business or through personal life. People know the Wings. They know what we've done. They know what we've accomplished. And we've been the only champion in Philadelphia for a number of years. W-I-N-G-S Wings. They'll be your best friends. They'll be your biggest advocates when you win a game. Man, if you're playing bad like we did last week, they're all over you. The victory lap it kind of symbolizes our thanks to the fans. Like I said before, they come here to help us out. I mean, you can look at the people here. They're here in warm-up. They want to see. They love this game. They love it as much as us. I mean, you ask anybody that's been here for the first time, they always say they're coming back, and we appreciate that. That's why they make it fun for us to play, and so we're excited about thanking them. He is symbolic of me. This is for all the guys who come in the box. They love the game, and we like coming out and supporting them, even the other guys. But we don't let them know that during the game.
And as our game evolved, our fans evolved, and now our fans really appreciate the extra pass. They really like to see the generousness, not trying to force it. So I think our fans are the most knowledgeable in the league, too, or in any sport.
We got the best. We're the loudest. We have more fun. We enjoy the game. It's just a lot of fun. We appreciate that their support in us and in the game that we play. And we just want to give something back to them, too. If they can come out here and scream for us at 16,000 strong, I can take my 5 minutes to half an hour or so, be inside some autographs and talk to their kids that maybe someday might be playing this game.
We'll be back for second half action from Philly in a moment, plus Rochester and Buffalo. Philadelphia enjoys the 5-goal lead. We'll be back to the Core State Center, but first, let's join Rochester.
And here come your Wings.
Wings now really starting to set up their offense. Gary Gate back to Denikin. Look at that no-look pass. But don't forget this game in Philadelphia. It's Boston behind by the score of 9-4 at halftime. Philadelphia doing a great job on the offensive end of the field.
We're getting burnt badly on defense all year, and Tony and I and the rest of the team had to discuss about it, and we had to talk about getting a transition game going. That's the only way we can do it.
So not only more shots, but you and Gary end up spending a little less energy getting more offense.
That's right. That's great for us, obviously. As much energy as we need on offense, it works out for us, and we're capable of playing defense with our great defensive line, and it's working well. It's 9-4. We can't let down, though. It's only half.
I'm going to play guys having fun in the second half. They'll listen. They want to win. They go hustle the ball, have a good time, charge the net, take chances offensively, stuff the ball when they get a chance, or at least attempt to, with a good solid shot. Put those guys on the floor. They have fun. Let's just come together as a group. That's what a team's all about. It's not individuals. Right, another hat. Step it up. Let's get fired up, fellas!
And fired up they did. They start the second half in Philadelphia down by 5. But here's Blanchard, who's been fairly quiet, controlling the ball against the Wings defense. Oh, he tries to get it down to Frazier against the tough defense of the Wings. Frazier comes inside to Blanchard, who gets it past Elliott for the first goal of the second half. That makes the game 9-5. Good start, says Frazier. We need more. Next face-off, you see Jacobs coming over, second-year player from Hopkins. So tall and strong, but very effective in the close confines of indoor lacrosse. He has been sensational. Chris Flynn dragging the loose ball. The veteran can't pick it up against Talmo and company. Tony Miller, world team player. Frazier in the back door. Watch Frazier getting open. He gets Rope in the corner. That makes the score 10-6 because Marechek had scored to make it 10-5. So We are 10-6 now, and Boston continues to put pressure and heavy hitting on the Philadelphia. Look at Elliott getting knocked down by Tony Millen. Can't do that. Elliott had the ball in the crease. He is protected. Watch again how the ball comes down. Watch Elliott stay in the field on the crease. He stays inside that line. He is protected with possession. Millen just jettisons him to the boards. That is not legal. Elliott looks okay. Miller and Blanchard get penalties off that play. Here comes another power play, and it's Marichek that sends it home again, 11-6 now. Marichek 2 in a row.
Boston, here come your Wings.
Wings now really starting to set up their offense. Gary Gait back to Denikin. Look at that no-look pass. Blind pass by Gary Gait. That was sensational. You've got to see it again. Gary Gait takes 3 steps without looking and then goes back. Watch, 1, 2, 3. Behind to Denikin, full field of vision for him. Denikin coming at absolutely top speed. Watch Gary now. Right behind, little flip. Full speed, Denikin picking up on the run. No defense there. Denikin nails that goal, 12-6. Crowd loving it. Kids asleep. They know this one looks to be under control. Third quarter ends 14-9. Philly in the lead. Teams traded goals to make it 15-10. And the fourth quarter is when Gary Gait takes over. 2 moves inside. Gary Gait punches home that one. And that makes it another goal for him, 16-10 at that point. Let's take a look at another Gary Gait goal in the closing moments of the fourth quarter. Gary Gait driving in, comes around from behind, and just slam dunks to the far side, 18-10. He will go on to win this game for his team, 18-11 the final score. One more look at the last goal. What a goal for him. 7 goals in the day, 6 assists. He is the Bud Light MVP. Gary Gait with a big individual effort, but he thinks the team is what won this game.
I just think it was an overall team hustle, getting loose balls, tiring their defense out, and that way we got some good opportunities and we put them in this time.
18-11, the offense looks sensational with their new system. They are still in first place, looking very strong. When we come back, we'll have a look at Gary Gait and his identical twin brother, Paul. Quinn Keswick had a chance to sit down and talk to the sensational duo.
We're with Paul and Gary Gait of Rochester and Philadelphia. Identical twin brothers. You guys have been in the league now. This is your 7th year. Played together for 4. Now you're playing apart. What's it like playing against each other?
That's a lot of fun, get out there, take a gray-haired guy, take him out there, get out there, and hopefully beat him. That's what we're about here. Competing. We've done it all our lives, and it's just a great opportunity to get out there and do it again.
What's the major difference in your game, Paul? What's the difference between Paul Gait's game and Gary Gait's game?
Well, he's older than I am. He's got to be 3 minutes older, so he's probably a little slower and likes to take it more straight than that. I like to, be a little more agile and go around my players and, try and use a little more finesse.
Talk to me about growing up together. Who picked up from whose game? I mean, where did it start, or was it always a tandem?
Well, being older, I guess it's always been my responsibility to look after him, make sure that he, was taught the right things so he'd have some ability and could grow and learn the game of lacrosse. And fortunately, he's learned a little bit and he's getting there.
A real rarity in sports, you have a set of identical twins on different teams playing against each other. What is the big similarity in your lacrosse styles?
Well, I guess we play very similar. We're both big, physical, like to play a lot of hard defense, and we really like to go to the net, and that's always been one of our strong suits. Is that when we get a chance for a one-on-one, we like to take advantage of it and use our size. So it makes us very similar. We think a lot alike as well.
What about your kids, Gary? What do they think about Uncle Paulie?
They just keep asking, what's Uncle Paulie doing? How come he's so gray? So,
Paul, what's the specific strength of Gary's game?
Well, I think it's got to be his knowledge of the game. We both work, hard off the floor to prepare for a game, and we've been playing for geez, almost 25 years, 26 years now, and you gain a lot mentally. And I think as we get on in age, we're going to have to use our mental strengths a little more, and I think that's what, is the true strength of him.
And last question, Gary, when is Paul playing his best lacrosse?
Oh, I think his best lacrosse is yet to come. As great as he is, he's still young and still in his 20s, and he's got an opportunity. I don't think he'll be peaking for a couple of years, and his strengths are, his ability to shoot and control defensive players when he's on offense.
Paul and Gary Gait, identical twin brothers, two of the best players in the history of the Major Indoor Lacrosse League.
And how about two of the best teams in the league this year? Well, you're looking at them. Rochester, Buffalo. We're going back to Rochester. We pick up the game 11-11. This is the impossible game for Buffalo because...
Showtime. Our house. We're in the jungle now. We're in the jungle. What do you say, boys? What do you say? Here we go, guys. Time to get this train back on the tracks, guys. Time to kick some tonight. All we're going to do tonight is win. Win on three. 1, 2, 3. Win. All right, all right. Make it happening. Opening face-off. Let's have the fire.
Do it the same way. Do it the same way all night. Go side to side. Don't clamp. Don't go forward. Get it out to the side. Come in together. Set.
He's just trying to clamp, man. Just keep coming up like that.
He's grabbing stick now.
Yeah.
So your best bet is you grab stick up, drop your bottom out, put your into him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, all right. I've sharpened up my butter. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. 5-0 at this point. Great look. Oh, come on! That was textbook, man. That was textbook. It was, man. That was textbook. That's what they write about, man. Timmy, that was textbook, man. Stick down, face up.
Moving to building number 8, Scott Gabrielson, 2 minutes for cross.
And the textbook on Major Indoor Lacrosse League action is on Lax Attack every Saturday at 9:30 Eastern Time on ESPN2. Marking him very closely, shadowing him everywhere. This is the kind of attention he got all through the first 11 minutes of this game. Gary Gait has not scored yet. This Baltimore team giving him special attention. Gabrielson trying to free up Gary Gait, who's one of the all-time scorers in this league against an explosive Philly team. Baltimore playing tough defense. Maricek wraps around his shoulders. Big save by Collins. He has been unbelievable. Collins taking away a lot of shots from the Philadelphia Wings, who have been all over him. Maricek finally finishes inside of Rob Scheck, and Collins gets beat to make it a 10-9 game. Woody Moore getting some tips from John Tucker, who has won the championship ring in the Major Indoor League. This is Billy Miller against Jeff Klotson. These guys are emotional leaders of their teams. We're at the Coors State Center as the Philadelphia Wings host the Baltimore Thunder. Two American teams facing off in the championship.
And I don't like to say American Canadians, but the Americans are catching up, and you know, some people might say going past the Canadians. So I think a lot of people are going to have to regroup and relook at the whole Canadian-American thing and just go for the best lacrosse player. And right now, that's what Baltimore and Philly are doing.
Tony Resch had an exciting team, electrified by Steve Govett and the usual rope victims. It was the Buffalo Bandits taking the hit from Philadelphia's Kevin Finneran and Marechek. He knows what he has to do to beat Baltimore.
Gary Gait, you know, we got to stop. Gary's obviously, I'd say 70% of their offense. We stop him, we pretty well stop that whole team.
No, I'm not afraid of anybody. You know, the only one that holds.
Philadelphia up 1-0. Ready your position? There's a replay right there. Stick side, high. Trainer with the left-handed cannon.
And he had a little bit of a block. Watch off the face-off. Shearer looking to go on Billy Miller. Another hard shot and a bounce. Elliott yelling, where's the defense? Baltimore scores 4 straight, 4-1 the score. We'll come back to the Coors State Center in a moment with more of quarter number 1. It is Baltimore with a 3-goal lead. You just don't want to shoot high on Collins.
1 minute left. 1 minute left in the first.
Shot in close on Elliott.
Interference. Loose ball interference. Get away. Get away. No, you didn't have it in your stick. Loose ball interference to Philadelphia. That doesn't matter. We're not playing.
Elliott's got the ball up to Finneran. 4-2 the score in the closing minutes of quarter number 1. Philadelphia trying to bring it back to within 1.
Baltimore's doing a great job, Leaf, keeping Philadelphia out of the middle of the floor. That Oglesby goal.
Big shot by Trainer Q. And how about that from outside?
Should we find Gator? We're not going to double.
I know, but you on him, you were right about there. You're him. I was playing like this. No, you weren't.
Is Gator standing on the right-hand side and him just circling off? Okay, so let's make sure we're paying attention. Whack him. Okay, let's go play Gator aggressively.
All right, you see Tony Resch, who was a defensive star when he played in the field game and here in Philadelphia. He's lining up the pressure where he knows it's going to come from, Gary Gait. Meanwhile, Quinn, Baltimore probably has something off the ball that they're going to throw at Philly.
They've got their goalie out of the cage right now with 6 players on the floor. Let's see if they can get a last-second shot.
They had it right there. Dougie Knight had a shot. He missed the feed, and a shot to the open net. Doesn't find it. It's a 4-3 first quarter. That's where it'll stand. We'll be back in just a moment.
They're up by 1 after 1.
And it was a 4-goal run, actually gave them a 3-goal lead, and then it was 2 goals by Philly to get it close as that first quarter ended. All right, everybody calming down after that first quarter. Team was uptight. They've kind of relaxed a little bit. They came out very, very fired up, both teams, exercising the great physical ability and conditioning of the American field player playing in the box league. This is Marechek. Looking for a right-handed shot, getting in close. He's got close range, but no rope. Collins just pushing the ball to the left.
Marechek's so tough, Leaf. When he dodges for his right hand, he got the ball right in front of the cage. But Collins right there made the save on the knee. Right now for Philadelphia, the good news is you're down by 1 goal, and your 2 best scorers, Marechek and Finneran, have not got a point.
Backdoor, and it is off the side. You can't call that a goal. I think that was on the outside.
Crosses the goal line, the goal moves, but the goal line doesn't. Crosses the goal line. You heard it right there, Leaf. Ball crosses the goal line. It's a goal. Gary Gait with a one-handed feed finds Martino on the backside. Watch this again. One-handed, right-handed to Martino, and Elliott
hits the net. That's questionable. Questionable.
That's a very questionable call. I mean, the thing hit the back of the net before Elliott hit the posts. I think Dallas Elliott gets the short end of those calls more often than not because he's a very active goalie. So
don't delay the game. I'll take the ball away. Go down.
Tamburino getting things going. It's Kent Tebene, red in for Baltimore, and Gabrielson, silver and black for Philly.
Get up easy now.
Baltimore with a face-off. Andy Ross, U.S. World Team player, played at Navy. He'll be a fighter pilot. And he'll be training for that starting next year. Working on the F-14 technology. Gary Gait picking and rolling. He'll pressure inside. Looks to dip, goes behind the back. What a great shot. Up in front, and Elliott makes another save against Shearer.
Reset off the goalkeeper, stays ball.
So far, Quinn, it's Shearer and Gait really putting intense pressure on Elliott.
Yeah, Panos and Ryan are doing a great job creating some picks for Gait, and Philadelphia doesn't have anyone who can match up physically with Gary Gait. Their biggest player is Peter Jacobs, but he doesn't have the quickness to match with Gait, and Volker is a lefty, and you don't want to have a lefty covering a lefty. So they've got some matchup problems, and that's allowing Matt Shearer to get a bunch of looks at the cage when they double-team Gait.
Well, the matchup problem was really evident the first time these teams met right here, and Gait won that game for Baltimore. They kind of changed things down in Baltimore when Philadelphia won. Jake Berge, nobody can handle him either. He's a load. Jacobs looks. Gets a second thought about shooting. And look at Tillman putting big defense on him. Not great location on that. Collins makes the save.
This way.
Tamburino sends them back up. 5-3. The Thunder lead down to 8. Trainer all by himself, not getting any ball movement at all and won't get any shot. Bates takes an outside shot just to try to reset the shot clock, and Quint, that was kind of ugly.
It's nice defense by Baltimore. Trainer working the two-man play on the near side. He had the shot. I don't think he realized that the shot clock is down to 8 seconds. Something Philadelphia has to watch out, Leaf. A lot of times when they get into their offensive set, they're a little deliberate and a little slow early on in the shot clock. So they don't get things started until they're about 12 or 15 seconds to go. They need to get the ball up the floor quicker and get into their offense quicker.
Part of their strategy is, I think, to keep some Baltimore players on the field, but they're not getting a good offensive ball movement because Baltimore can play you toe-to-toe. Pushing in close, and a great shot by Panos. Panos started off so hot this year, and he seems to be really more of a support player later in the season.
Panos is tough from close range. He's really a great finisher on their power play from down low. He's got 21 goals and almost 20 assists. With Panos, Ryan, and Millen, Baltimore picked up 3 real strong players from the Boston Blazers.
Well, Philadelphia brings it back down again. They lead, or they are down rather by 2. And that shot trickles behind Collins. Picked up by Rogers. Redirects up to Finneran. Finneran can't find the mark. And right now, that is the most glaring part of the offense for Philadelphia, Q. I haven't seen Finneran really control it. And for most of the success of this season, the ball had to go through Finneran.
Oh, I tell you, right there, Finneran missed 2 goals by fractions of an inch. The first save Collins made, the ball trickled wide. And then the second one, he got his glove on. I don't know how, but Finneran putting a lot of pressure on the Baltimore net.
Martino, the captain, number 3, taking it behind. Maybe more heart than anybody on the team. Shot on Elliott. That one by Horms.
Tough save right there by Elliott, Leaf. There's a lot of congestion and a lot of screen in front of Elliott. I don't think he saw that until the last second, so that was a tough save.
And Horms, that's long range for Horms. He's normally in there slamming it in your face. That one from the outside. Maricek looking for somebody on the far side. It's a good shot on the right hand, backed up on the far side by Billy Miller. Dives in, and he just dumps it home. Billy Miller, one of Hobart's greatest players ever. A perennial world team player for Team USA, makes it a 5-4 game. We'll take a short break. Tony Resch bringing his team back. They're down by 1 in the second quarter.
Hi.
Face off now with just under 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. Miller, after that goal, picks up the possession, but Baltimore is all over Philadelphia. These two teams have the same style. It's an in-your-face, full running, in-your-face, tough defense, toe-to-toe kind of style, and they've run off other teams during this season, but today they are facing sort of a mirror image of each other. Jacobs on the far side with Knight mixing it up, and that's what got the crowd reacting. This is Tommy Ryan trying to match up against Miller. He's got some space, and Elliott again makes a save. Watch out, ball loose. Fresh shot clock. Nice check. Oglesby on a break. If he can pull it down, Oglesby will be in trouble. Looks for the trailing player, nobody there. Lex to pull it back out and give him a good set. This is Berge. Berge will need at least one more player to stop in. He can take Tillman. Size mismatch here, but look at Tillman locking up. Good job by Johnny Tillman. He proved me wrong on that one. Tillman just turns him back. Rocket shot. Somebody's bent stick is still out there on the field. They left it there.
Tell you, Greg Trainer's giving Baltimore a lot of problems right now with that left-handed outside shot. They set picks for him, and he's getting a good look at the cage. Even though he's about 15 yards out, Leaf, that's a good look against a goalie like Derek Collins.
Illegal pick, Baltimore wins possession.
Baltimore leading 5-4 here at the Core State Center. Leif Elsmo, Quinn Kesnick, 8:31 left. And this has been a back-and-forth affair. It was Trainer to start scoring off, and then 4 straight goals by Baltimore gave them a 3-goal lead. No stick on the defense of Millen. And in the goal was Finneran. Finneran saying, where's the tackle? Another shot by Maricek, but that one off the pipe. Push call goes back to Philly. Boy, Q, they just tackled Finneran.
I can't believe that Tony Millen didn't get called on a hold call. Mike Ventura on the near side actually made a call, but Tony Millen absolutely dragged Finneran down to the ground. And now we've got an illegal contact, a from-behind call in front on the loose ball.
Hey,
well,
Mike!
Klodson goes in.
Number 7, Jeff Clarkson, 2 minutes of contact.
This is a hold! That was right there, it's a hold!
Well, Jody Resch pretty much underlying exactly what we said. I mean, it was pretty flagrant. Finneran was driving in and got tackled by a guy who didn't have a stick in his hand.
Well, justice was served right now because Philly's got the power play.
See if they can do anything with it. Maricek down to Berge. Berge, they're very patient with this one. Maricek, on far side, rocks the rip. And a great defensive check took it away. Credit Andy Ross with a stick check to put it back on the floor. Maricek digs it out. Looks far side. They'll reset. Maricek. And Collins did a sensational job of cutting the angle.
That's a reset right there. Philly's got a full 30.
Finneran looking for location, and Collins coming out maybe higher than normal. Trainer. Maricek, he's got rope. It's all about location, Q, and finally Maricek beats Collins.
Constant pressure by Philadelphia on that power play. They got the reset. Collins made a couple beautiful saves against Finneran, but that's the two-headed dragon coming back to bite you. Maricek, the right-hander, Finneran the lefty, and we're tied up at 5.
Hollywood Maricek. This is number 91, Greg Trainer, number 11.
Second quarter action continuing. This one tied at 5. Baltimore went on a 4-goal run, but Philadelphia has scored 4 of the last 5. And the one they gave to Baltimore was really questionable. That time, Buzza comes right in and scorches Collins. Quint, you got to say the momentum is really on Philadelphia's side. Again, the only goal in the last 5 goals have been by a questionable call. When we come back, the hometown Philadelphia Wings will lead by 1.
About stopping Finneran, Maricek, and Trainer. What's it going to take?
They like to shoot off the high pick. And what they're doing is they're getting us held up top and shooting around it. We got to get through the picks.
Tony Millen and Baltimore trying to fight through those picks to stop those outside shots by Philadelphia.
Outlet pass to Buzza. Buzza against 2 players. Ryan trying to get him. Buzza goes far side. He had Finneran behind him. Finneran. Now he's got some space. He'll try to quarterback a reset here. Finneran gives it back to his teammate, Rogers. Finneran's open in the middle. He's got Gary Gate in front of him. Rogers gets inside. Rogers got trouble. And Collins with a great save. 3:30 left, second quarter. Another shot by, this time, Finneran. Air check. Watch out, Rogers up top, and another check by Gary Gait. Tremendous defense by the league's best offensive player, Gary Gait. Ryan dips it back. Gait takes a look at the corner, but not even close. Both teams playing very aggressive defense. Gait gets checked from behind. You're not going to get an easy shot to this game, folks. Buzzer to the left. Rogers looks for help. He's got somebody off the bench. It's Berge to his right, but he'll take his time. Actually,
timeout, Paul.
Timeout, Gubbett.
Philly's got a timeout here, Lee.
Wings take a timeout. We'll take a short break now. Tony Resch looks at the clock. He wants to get a better offensive set than the last time. They lead by 1.
There we go, man.
One goal lead for Philadelphia. That much time left, just under 3 minutes in the first half. Finneran not on the board yet. Offensive leader all year. Look at the double team. They put great pressure on him all day long. Berge comes in, trying to get maybe the biggest goal of his career. His first championship goal. Can't do it. Ball still loose behind, but look at Radeball and company. Finneran getting hot. Quint, you got to say, the double teaming.
That guy right there. Hey, there's 66. Berge. Go.
Berge and Radeball both going to go off to the box. I think Radeball wanted to pick up the physical intensity on the defensive end for Baltimore after giving up a bunch of goals here. They had to pick it up.
2 minutes is for.
But Philadelphia leave all over the ground balls, getting reset after reset. That last possession, Finneran and Berge. Take a look at the business now behind the cage. Tony Millen with the ball. He'll just send it. But there's the action right there.
2 minutes up on Baltimore. Number 18.
Hey, Mike.
Ball here. Ball here. Give me the ball.
Can you go 3 left?
Here we go, man. Right here.
All right, here goes the power play. 5 on 4. Lee Felsbo, Quinn Kesnick. Rich Tamburino doing a good job down there. And Rich, this is a pretty clean game so far. Big shot on the far side. Gubbett. Scott Rowe. 2-goal lead. He had a sensational playoff as you look at Collins. Philadelphia has taken over this game.
Gubbett only played in 6 regular season contests. Last week, he scored 3 goals. Here he is again. Little shake and bake, tip and dunk. And he keeps his feet out of the crease. And Philly's got their first 2-goal lead. They're up 7-5, and they've scored. They've outscored.
Hopes I get something to the goal.
Matty Shear, he's on fire right now. 3 goals for Baltimore. They're down by 1.
All right, Q. Shear really finding the target. 7-6 the score. First quarter coming to an end. A well-needed goal. It's been Shear so far, holding up the offensive end for Baltimore. They've got a lot of guns. But Philadelphia playing tough defense. Crease violation. Let's see if they burn a timeout to try to get one organized shot. Bud Light halftime report. We're going to have stats, highlights, and, of course, interviews, and that'll be coming up in just moments.
Here we go, man.
Don't forget our Bud Light halftime coming up. Our halftime report, sponsored by Bud Light. We'll give you stats, highlights, interviews, all that just moments away. Right here on ESPN2 coverage. Finneran brings it in with less than half a minute to go. He goes to the near corner. He's got rope, and he's got a 2-goal lead.
Derek Collins will get a piece of this shot. So that was a big goal for Finneran.
Here, okay, push the ball a little bit, Gary. You got your 5. All right, guys must know, all right? Push the ball. If we got a quick one, let's get Tommy and Kevin. All right, let's go. Big face-off right here. Yeah, Gabe's misunderstood what I said. All right.
Come on, would you?
We don't have any luck.
Both ways. We are calling it both ways.
Are you kidding? You're not calling both ways. You even said it.
All right, we're not calling it both ways. That means we're being consistent. So here we go. Neither team's happy. Here we go, man.
Tamburino gets Jacobs down with Kent DeBene. 7 different wings have scored. Only 3 guys for Baltimore have found rope. And Philadelphia really mixing it up. Waiting for that offensive explosion by Finneran and Marechek. They look to be in control with a 2-goal lead. And that's how it'll end. First half ends 8-6 the score. Philadelphia leads. Mo Quinn Kesselnick at the Core State Center. Third quarter action, 8-6.
Brad.
And the difference, Q, in the first half was those 2 power play goals. There was no penalties against Philadelphia. They didn't give Baltimore a chance.
No, and that's really typical of Philadelphia. They don't foul very much, and they capitalize. And along with their goalie, Dallas Elliott, who's saving about 74% right now, that's the difference in this game. Collins is about at 68%. Elliott is about 74%, and that's the difference. That and the power play goals.
Bad matchup here size-wise. Gate against Bates. Gate with a right-handed shot. He has really perfected that. He used to use that right hand, Quinn,
right here,
just to feed people.
You don't hit him. You got 2 minutes. Get in there. Let's go.
Tamburino,
No
Dallas Elliott,
no way.
Swiping.
You don't hit him. It doesn't matter. You can't crack him across the legs. Get in the box.
All right, Tamburino really taking charge.
2 minutes slashing. 2 minutes slashing. It went right to your player. Slashing 2 minutes. Give me a guy.
Piazza will have to go in the goal and watch in the crease here, and Elliott will want to protect his area. And you can't be swinging the stick and hitting the players, and that's what Tamburino said. You cannot be doing that. One more look at it. Elliott makes the easy save, and then he sees a player in his crease and just swipes at his feet. Tamburino right on it and says, we're not going to put up with that kind of play. We talked about power plays right off the bat, Quint, and this is their first power play opportunity.
Baltimore's power play. The keys have been Bob Martino as an assist man, and Gary Gait, of course, as a finisher, and Panos as a finisher.
Miller intercepts. He's got a fast break against Collins. Short-handed goal. 9-6, the Wings stun Baltimore. And Quint Miller knew that Martino wanted to go over to Gate, and he just intercepted the ball.
Billy Miller's second goal of the game.
Everybody giving Miller the congratulations.
Leaf, I got Billy Miller. Billy, tell me about anticipating and picking off that pass.
Well, you know they're setting Gary Gait up for that left-handed shot. The top guy went to go set the pick. I knew where the pass was going. I got lucky and grabbed it.
And the high fake, and they beat him 5-hole. It was a big opening between his legs.
Yeah, he's got a lot of pads up top. You know, I'm not the greatest shooter, so I saw where the net was and put it there.
Billy Miller, short-handed goal. He's got 2 on the afternoon.
Quinn Kesselnick on the Philadelphia Wings bench for the rest of the game. Here comes Finner driving in. It's 4-on-4 for a few moments until they get back their 5th player. Quinn, it's funny that he would say he's not the greatest shooter. It's only in the indoor game because he was one of the greatest offensive players ever at Hobart, and he plays for the U.S. national team on the offensive end of the field.
He's only taken 25 shots on the season, so that's about 2 a game he takes.
He knows his role in the indoor game. Maricek can't get the shot off. He finally does. It goes wide. Against 3 players, Maricek gets it. Push call against Baltimore.
Govett did a nice job there, using his body to shield off Andy Ross.
Govett gets leveled by the same Andy Ross and Tillman. Baltimore playing some tough defense. Tillman can't pull it down. And here goes Philadelphia. Maricek in close and a check from behind. Great play by Tillman. Out front, Govett can't beat Collins low and almost triples in. Govett almost did it. A lot of pressure down on the field.
Cannabine giving Govett the business. I can't believe there wasn't a foul called. Looks like he stepped on him. Govett's got an injured finger. He's in the tunnel here.
Timeout by Baltimore, and it is a game that is being controlled by Philadelphia. They've scored 8 of the last 10 goals. They lead now by 3.
Got your Bud Light, you can't hit my friend.
Let's go. I'm thirsty.
For the great taste that will fill you up and never let you down.
Looks like you're buying.
Make it a Bud Light.
Coach is calling for the Heat.
This is the latest video game we're developing, and this is our inspiration, my Volkswagen Jetta. Excellent. When you write code for 15 hours straight, you gotta get out. The Jet is a real German road car with plenty of room for 4 carbon-based life forms. It's got dual airbags, daytime running lights, and side impact door beams. Because in real life, there is no reset button. On the road of life, there are passengers and there are drivers.
For a really big ball of twine, head to Darwin, Minnesota. For a really big sale, head to Ace. Pick up a 4.5 cubic foot Rubbermaid lawn cart or 2 horsepower Black & Decker lawn edger. The Ace Really Big Sale. Now that's big.
There's nothing like the feeling of a new car. We bought the Armor All Protectant. It shines, it protects. It's new car juice.
Gary Gait inbounding the ball for Baltimore. They need some goals from him desperately.
Off the goalkeeper. Baltimore ball.
And a 3-goal lead for Philadelphia with most of the third quarter left. Leif Ellsbury, Quinn Kesnick, ESPN2's coverage of National League Lacrosse, our first game in the championship series. Gary Gait trying to get on track. He has 2 goals. Watch from behind. Checked by Buzza. He came out of the box. Gait didn't know he was coming, and Buzza, the rookie, takes it out of his stick. Q, he had no idea Buzza was coming out.
As part of the home field advantage here, Leif, in the Coors State Center, the fans were cheering so loudly that Gates' teammates on the bench couldn't be heard. Gary had no idea he was there.
They're going to get a little bit of a power play here for about half a minute. Finneran coming in, looking for Trainer. He's got him. Baltimore trying to shut off the top. Verichek off the iron. Shear tries to pick it up. Fast break, but picked up by Trainer. Trainer inside. Govett can't finish. Too many fakes for Govett. Defense of Baltimore did a great job of coming back to make him think about it. Other end, fast break. Baltimore look
fake shot, and he beats Elliott. But the key there, remember, Candemir was double-teamed in the defensive end and split the double team. He's got a huge pocket in his stick, very tough to take the ball away from Paul Candemir.
Face-off after that goal. Thunder comes back to within 1. They've scored 2 straight. Harms, Panos. I have to wonder when the Gary Gait explosion is going to happen. He is a ton of goals waiting to go. Unit in there for Philadelphia. Tony Millen picks it up. You know, Quint, when you look at Baltimore over the last few games, they've looked so dynamic offensively. They've had guys like
foul here.
They've had guys like Tony Millen stepping up.
Well, a lot of the diversification in their scoring, Leaf, has been from transition, going from defense to offense. Guys like Kip Folks, Andy Ross, and Tony Millen getting involved in the offense. Today, Philadelphia has done a great job getting back in the hole and neutralizing Baltimore's speed. They have not scored a fast break goal.
They're not up to that magic 8+ scores, which I think a team like Baltimore needs. Of course, Philadelphia does too, but they're already there. Buzza. Far side, looking into the middle, trying to connect with Berkey, who has not found rope yet. Oh, 1 step too much.
Backcourt by Buzza. Under pressure from Folks.
And only 1 step too much. He did a great job of getting the ball.
Philly bench looking for a push call. It was a double team on the far side. Looked like Kip Folks is freight trained. I'm not sure who it was, but Buzza was left with the backcourt violation.
Berkey matching up on Gary Gait as Cantabene comes in. Foot save by Dallas Elliott, first team All-Pro. Out to Gary Gait. Flynn matched up. Gait, much more size here, pushing in against Flynn. Comes in to finish. This is the target. He won that matchup when he saw that he had, again, the size overload, but he couldn't get it on target. Cantabene, rocket off the iron. And Baltimore just shelling the Philadelphia Wings.
This will be a 3rd shot opportunity right now. They've had 2 resets. This is the 3rd.
Berkey matching up size for size on Gary Gait.
Pick here. This way.
Tommy Ryan called for the moving pick. Trying to get that load, Jay Berkey.
Way to work, guys. Way to work.
Baltimore has really switched things around, 10-8. Or so quickly, Quint. It's really got to hurt your power or your confidence level, rather.
Well, that's a huge momentum goal right there. Say Baltimore scores there, it's 11-9. Instead, 12-8, a 4-goal margin with Dallas Elliott in the goal is a big margin. So it's just a huge turnaround right there.
No power play goals yet for the Baltimore Thunder. Shorthanded goals. Actually, Philly has scored more on the Baltimore power plays than Baltimore has. That's not a good stat, as you would imagine. Collins tries to get the ball up. Less than a minute to go in quarter number 3. Tillman and Warner Kruger go off. They're defensive players. The offensive guys come on.
Go play defense. You hit him back here, then you continue to hit him. So here we go.
Rich Tamburino did a great job of keeping this one in order. Panos pressuring in, looking for Shear up top. Gary Gayton not on the field right now. Kind of odd. Closing moments in the third quarter, the ball being pushed out. Q, Gary Gayton not there.
I think he's a little tired, Lee. Philadelphia's been banging Gate all day. Good time to maybe sit out of possession to get a longer rest, because it's right before the fourth quarter here. We're going to have the quarter in about 12 seconds.
Gary Gate just sitting on the bench.
That's nothing.
Everybody else standing up. It could be a little bit tired. Closing moments as the third quarter here just comes to an end. Baltimore not going to get a shot. And the Philadelphia Wings climb out to a 4-goal lead on the strength of 3 straight goals. And the play of this man, Dallas Elliott. The crowd loves it. Oglesby, Finneran, and then Oglesby again. They've got that cushion coming into the fourth quarter. Berge on the field right now, along with Jacobs. Looks like they're in a little bit of a control mode here.
Yeah, after giving up 4 out of the last 5, Philly wants to get back into their settled offense, generate some high-quality shots. The game got a little helter-skelter there. That style and that pace favors Baltimore.
Inside Miller, pressure, goal. Took that patient offense, came right down the throat of the defense, and buries it on Collins. Backside, Quinn, he drifts to his left, puts it off hip side.
Take a look at all the fakes by Billy Miller. Defensively, there's too much time for Billy Miller to take a good look at the cage. Billy, couple fakes, you got the hat trick. Big night for you.
He came right down the spine, right down the backbone.
Got the ground ball. The easy work was shooting it.
They didn't slide too much. You had too much time in front.
Everybody went down to the goal, or to the ball that was on the ground, so I just kind of popped down into the middle slot, and Steve did all the work.
For Philadelphia, Leaf, it's Miller time. Billy Miller, 3 goals.
Well, no Miller time allowed here. This is Bud Light territory, folks.
Close the door, Red.
14-12, the Wings lead by 2. Chris Flynn, hero of Pennsylvania since he played at the University of Penn. He was hurt last week, came back for this championship game. Nobody has more heart than Chris Flynn. They tried to go behind the back, picked up by Trainer. Trainer looks for help, check from behind. He's got some room, and the ball goes wide. Oglesby.
Delayed call coming up against Folks. A hold against Baltimore.
Too many. Too many.
Actually, too many for Baltimore.
Illegal substitution. Too many men on red this time. 6 on the floor at once.
Middle of the power play, and the defense doesn't react. And it's not surprising they didn't react, because they were expecting that same set.
Absolutely. And Finneran, who was such a focal point of it, went from top center to lower left, and it took him a while to adjust to that.
Sedan, close the door.
Matter of fact, they didn't get it at all, and they'll have to make an adjustment next time if they see it again. O'Grady gets the ball checked out. Look at Dan Radeball. Big time checked. .446 left, 3-goal lead for Philly, and look at the fisticuffs. Miller.
Official timeout.
We'll take a break as this one gets tough. Look at the big hits, the defense of Baltimore. They're down by 3. The slam dunk on the left-hand side. Ball comes back to Tony Millen. Baltimore down by 3. National Lacrosse League Championship action. It's a series this year. You got to win 2. This is the first. Elliott with a big arm save. He's been sensational all game. (15-12). And Less than 4 minutes to go. Tommy Ryan driving in with Gary Gait picking. It's Ryan and Gait on the left-hander side. Gary Gait trying to get clear, but Miller tying him up. Miller and Gait hitting each other as the shot goes around him. Gait being tied up by Miller. Gait wanting the ball, but Miller laying into him. Gait asking for it, gets it.
Keep it down.
He wants to go against Miller. Knocks him down, fires, but Miller takes the shot. Gait and Miller are going at it. Billy Miller, Quint, who probably weighs 40 pounds less than Gary Gait, if not 50, really did a great job.
That was sensational defense by Billy Miller. Billy, excellent defense on Gary Gait right there, and he lost his temper. That's unlike him. He frustrated him.
He's getting tired. He's a great player. You got to stay in his head.
Meanwhile, Q Berge nails it. Rope for the rookie. His dad is in the crowd, giving high fives. Jake Berge, one of the toughest rookies, runner-up to Rookie of the Year, makes it a 16-12 game. This one quickly getting out of reach for Baltimore. Q, take it.
Starts with the defense, and he ended it with Berge on the dive shot, beating Derek Collins. Here it is again. Berge, about 230 pounds and fast. Collins got a piece of that, but the goal counts, and that should do it for Philadelphia. Jake Berge, one of the sensational rookies in the National Lacrosse League this season.
Well, they changed the goalies. They're taking out Collins, and they're putting in. Look at Resch. He's looking down and seeing the goalie change. And he shakes his head because that's exactly what he said, Quint. He said, take smart shots, we'll break them. And he feels like he's broken Collins right now.
Well, he has, and I think Doherty's in the game because of his passing skills. He's a better outlet passer, and if Baltimore's going to get back into this, he'll need some transition.
Quint Kesselnick on the sideline was a 4-time All-American in Hopkins. He plays currently with Team Toyota in the field game with a lot of these players and with Doc Doherty. Hugh, Doc can't possibly learn enough in year one, can he, to be at this caliber?
No, he's not at this caliber yet. He's only about 63%, but he's in the game right now because Derek Collins wasn't making any saves and because Doc throws better outlet passes.
And don't let me get you misled. Doc Doherty is the premier goalie, along with Sal Ocasio and a guy like Quint Kesselnick in the field league. Doc Doherty's on the U.S. team. Enclosed Panos fans. So Doc is a sensational field goalie, still on the learning curve indoor, but he's in the game now. Defense just gobbles it up. 2 minutes left in the game. 4-goal lead. Elliott takes it. Q, looks like Philly's got the first win.
Yeah, it does, and it starts with their defense. They've done a great job. Dallas Elliott in the nets. And then their big guns came to play today, Maricek and Finneran.
He let up. You're
Here
okay.
Comes
Keep playing.
Doherty. Doc comes out and really does a nice job of eyeing the pass, just like you said, Q. Fast break. He started it with one pass. Martino looking for rope. Can't get it off the shoulder pads of Elliott. 1:30 left. 4-goal lead. Fast break to, who was that? Maricek couldn't pick it up. Look at Doc, way out of the goal. Nice job. Doc trying to make things happen, coming in for Collins in the final moments. Throwing it all the way down. Volker picking it up. This game is going to end, Quint, probably with Gary Gait only 3 goals. Not enough for the great one.
Now, Gates averaging 5 goals a game, 4.7. If Baltimore's going to advance here and win the championship, he's going to need a 4 or 5 goal effort. Credit Philadelphia's defense, Volker, Jacobs, Oglesby. They did a great job neutralizing Gait.
Crowd on their feet. Ryan comes in, gets triple teamed. He won't get the shot off, and everybody on their feet for the Wings. And they really haven't scored since the 4-minute mark.
No goalie for Baltimore. No goalie. They pulled their goalie. They got 6 field players.
All right, 6 out on the field. They're going for broke. They've got 4 goals to make up. Really impossible to do, Quint, in 39 seconds. Berge, the power mover, going through 3 players. They're going to let Berge go through the whole team as he brings it up. Nobody in the goal. Berge just powers through the defense of Baltimore. Time winding down. Open net missed. Finneran now picks it up. He looks for the open net. Everybody wants that freebie. Sylvan can't get it. This is going into the W column for the Philadelphia Wings. Gait cannot, or that was Shearer, couldn't collect it. Time going down. This is it, folks. Championship Series. Led by the great defense of this man, Dallas Elliott, who really was great and at times better than great. Sensational. Dallas Elliott straps this team on his back. A total team effort with great defense. We'll be back with our Bud Light MVP. Stay with us.
People ask me all the time, how do you decide which anchors work together? And to be honest, it's an awkward process.
Dear Larry, I want to do the sports together.
Philadelphia taking the victory lap. They win by 4, 16-12. They had a nice team effort, as they have all year. A lot of heroes on this team, but none bigger than the Bud Light MVP, Quinn. The defense of this team started between the nets.
That's right, Leaf, and I've got Dallas Elliott, 34 saves, the Bud Light MVP, including one flurry in the late stages of the third quarter. You stood on your head, you made 4 saves in a row, and you guys got the big goal to go up 11-8. Tell me about that series.
I wish I could tell you about it. I just try to watch the ball and react to it and hope that we could get it at the end of the series. I mean, I was lucky, I guess. I can't remember, to be quite honest with you.
You guys did a great job defensively against Gary Gait, and then you took care of the rest. Tell me what your game plan to stop Gary was.
We didn't have any special game plan. We're well aware of what Gary can do on his own, and I mean, you have to take him out of the game. You can't allow him to have a 5 or 6 goal game, or Baltimore's going to win. We keyed in on him every time he got the ball. We had one of our stronger defenders on him, and when he went to the cage, we had a double team.
You made a couple incredible saves. Really, you got a lot of intensity from the crowd. They seem to get you into the game as the game gets late stages, third and fourth quarter.
I said all along, we have the best crowd in the league, and they're the extra man out there for us.
Dallas Elliott, the Bud Light MVP, 34 saves as Philadelphia wins Game 1 of the National Lacrosse League Finals.
All right, Quint, we thought the difference might be in the goals. Baltimore not as tough in that department, but Dallas Elliott, very seasoned as an MVP for Bud Light. He takes his team to victory. Oglesby and company did a great job. For Quint Kessenich, I'm Leif Elsmo. We'll see you at playoff game, championship game number 2. This one is won by Philly. We're in Baltimore, Game 2 of the National Lacrosse League Series. Philadelphia won in Philadelphia just 2 days ago. The championship series continues in the home of the Baltimore Thunder. Philadelphia is 1-0. We're going to the tense locker rooms, starting with Philadelphia.
Quick. Again, this is kind of a new experience. Saw these guys 2 days ago, so no real big secrets out there. Gator on Sunday, 22 shots. Okay, over about 30% to 40% of the total shots taken, okay? We know that already. Shearer had 3, all 3 stepping out to his body, him shooting around the screen, okay? He's a standstill guy. He has not walked, dodged anybody yet. Gabe's late in the game. I don't know if it was Shearer specifically, but stepped to a guy's stick, took one right in the chest, right? That's what you got to be willing to do. Martino.
About it, okay? We need you to play. We need you to play lacrosse tonight like you know how.